You're watching Quinn Gaming. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, Neri here from Quinn Gaming. Some of you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you another Let's Play episode of Psychic Connections, Quinn's Path. So, I have a feeling that this screen is going to be changing very, very soon, you know. Just a feeling. But anyway, guys, we last left off. We're having our little chat with Zoe about her father's business, but let's jump right back into it. Sit back and let me entertain you for the next 20 minutes. And let's start Alarm Chan. Alarm Chan is prepped. Alright, guys, let's get right into it. Okay. Okay? Yeah, I mean, it's a weird way to ask me to be friends, but everything you said made sense. It's a bit of a stretch to wrap my head around a secret psychic society, but beyond that, I think I'm good. Oh, God. Zoe killed him, and then he died. Zoe's eyes begin to water, and she pulls me into a tight hug. I know she just said she had psychic vision or whatever, but I still think she might have super strength. My bones are just a quick squeeze away from popping out of place. Zoe, I can't breathe. Don't be so melodramatic. I'm not about to kill you with a hug. She releases me from her vice grip, and air once again flows freely into my lungs. Looking at the sky above us, it seems the sun has started setting into the horizon. We should get back before the others start to wonder where we went. Are you ready to head back? Definitely. Walking back to the camp, I feel a tension in my shoulders falling away I didn't even realize was there. I feel as though I understand Zoe and the others better than I did before, though thinking about all of them, there's a strange thumping feeling in my chest. Returning to the camp, we're met with a rather interesting sight. Aiden is hunched over the fire pit, rubbing two sticks together. I'm telling you, this is the recommended method, and it conserves our resources. It takes 3 seconds to light a fire with a lighter, Aiden. You're not exactly saving anyone resources. Just give me a minute and let me focus. I can do this. You've been at it for almost half an hour. We need to cook some food. Aiden, cool it with the sticks, alright? We need to set up the cameras anyway. But... No buts. Aren't you the one saying we have a job to do? And shouldn't that job be our #1 priority? Aiden pouts in defiance, but his shoulders go slack in a clear display of defeat. He drops the sticks into the pit and moves into a tent. Elliot quickly swoops down to the fire pit and starts a small blaze in a matter of seconds with his lighter. Hey Aiden, while you're in there, can I borrow one of your portable chargers for my phone? It's almost dead. How is your phone almost dead? I was browsing the internet looking for some good memes. You expect me to waste a charge on your hunt for humorous media? I don't expect it, but I'm hoping for it. I suppose I can turn my phone off while I sleep and lend you one. Just know that I'm not handing out any more. Quinn squeals with joy, kicking his heels into his little stump chair he secured for himself. Aiden exits his tent with a charger, hands it to Quinn, and then moves away from the growing fire to place his cameras. So what's for grub tonight, Elliot? I'm thinking of frying up some sausages. I brought a couple pans to cook dinner tonight and tomorrow. What are we supposed to... Hey, Quinn, your voice got so deep. What are we supposed to eat for breakfast and lunch? I'll be making a lot of sausages tonight, but I also brought breakfast bars for the morning. Oh, 1 second, guys. Hey, guys, sorry about that. I'm back. It was my dad giving me a call about food, and, you know, food is delicious, and food does take priority. Alright, anyway, guys, let's... Alright. Back on with it. I'll be making a lot of sausages tonight, but I also brought breakfast bars for the morning. That doesn't really count as breakfast. I guess it'll have to do, though. I'm not sure why, but I'm actually surprised to return to camp and find them all talking so civilly. With how tense things are with Aiden and Jude, I'd almost expect to return and find them engaged in fisticuffs. Time seems to fly by like this while Zoe and Aiden finish preparing the cameras, and Elliot fries up sausage after sausage for us all to consume. Seeing everyone like this, bathed in firelight and seemingly enjoying themselves, I feel a light tightness in my chest that I can't explain. Hey Mason, come over here real quick. Zoe motions for me to follow her over to the clearing at the edge of the hill. She pats the ground, signaling for me to sit down, and I comply. In the distance, I can see trees and the beginning of the mountains. The sun had already dipped well below the horizon at this point, and the stars have started coming out. Look at all that. Leaning back into the cool grass, I look up at what she's seeing and take it all in. Above us is a brilliant sky, full of dazzling stars, each orb twinkling, pulsating, and fading into the cosmos. It's remarkable to think how often simple sights such as these go unnoticed. I think I'd begun taking it for granted. In that moment, a quick flash streaks across the sky. I blink for a moment, and it's gone. Did you see that? Did I imagine that, or did you see a shooting star right there? Yeah, I saw it too. It was quick, but I saw it. Shit, think of all the moments that pass you by. They're over in an instant. Even this whole trip is going to be a small page in someone's scrapbook when we're old and gray. I just wish we could hold on to those flashes of simplicity for a while longer, you know? It's a deep thing to think about, but I can't say I don't relate. I lost over 2 years of my life in just a flash. Ever since, every moment has felt more important than ever before. When I'm old and gray, how will this trip hold up in my memory? Will I even remember it? After my accident, it felt like anything normal in my life was over, but maybe that isn't true. Perhaps I just needed to find myself a new normal, and these past few days have just been the beginning of that. I snapped out of my thoughts by the sound of Aiden's feet crunching the dry grass near us. The stationary cameras are placed. Thanks for the help, you two. Oh, relax, Aiden. We're just taking a break. Wait, Zoe, I thought you already helped him set the cameras up. She was supposed to. It was her idea, and she pulled me away from making the fire. Oh, I mean, I was going to, but then I thought it might be better to have a moment and take in the sights. Right. Well, while you're taking in the sights, I have some handheld cameras for the two of you. Aiden hands us both 2 camera bags, and inside is a thick black camera with a long lens. It looks like one of those cameras you see professionals using, and from what little I know about photography, they are very expensive. Do I even want to know how much this is worth? You don't. Just try not to think about it while you're using it. Worst case scenario, you break it and spend the rest of your life working for Aiden to replace it. Oh.
Well, don't say it like that. I'd like to think I'm a rather approachable and merciful boss.
Somehow the idea of working under Aiden is less than enticing. I can picture myself wearing a stuffy suit and saying yes sir a lot. Then again, I can think of a few steamy novels where saying yes sir isn't that much of a bad thing. Putting fantasies of corporate romance out of my head, I focus the camera lens and point up at the celestial heavens above me. Looking around, I quickly find myself hitting a major obstacle. I'm unable to locate I'm unable to locate my constellation.
Something wrong? You seem frustrated.
Well, it's just I can't seem to find Pavo, the constellation I'd settled on.
That would be a given, since you can't see it in the northern hemisphere.
What? Then how the hell am I supposed to get a picture of it?
You could always just get a profile of each visible constellation and then make your choice later.
That's certainly an option, and before even thinking about it, I start taking pictures of each constellation, though I'm certainly not happy about it. Click, click. Oh my god, Leg is falling asleep. There you go, click. Okay, I think I'm done taking pictures. I'm gonna go find a spot for myself.
A spot for yourself? What would you need a thing like that for?
I'm not like you with the other guys, Mason. I have a few prerequisites for where I do business. Where do you do business? What the hell is she talking about right now? Is she about to go on some sort of secret call with her psychic host organization? Do you want me to go with you? It's a little dark. Jeez, I need to use the bathroom, you nitwit. Oh, yeah, I'm a girl. There aren't any outhouses, and I'm not looking to squat just on the other side of those tents. So please, do not follow me.
There's no need to bite his head off, Zoe. He's just concerned, that's all.
Zoe looks at Aiden with irritation. Her legs begin wiggling as if she were a child trying to hold in her bladder. Look, I know you can feel what I'm feeling, so you know that if I need to explain myself for 5 more minutes, I'm going to pee right here. Neither of us wants that, so you canines have a lovely chat while I go take care of my lady business. Zoe sprints off into the woods, her tail thrashing about behind her. She destructively runs into the brush looking for an appropriate place to find release.
No one can say that Zoe isn't the epitome of grace.
Aiden chuckles at his own joke, yet I can't help but think of the irony of him making fun of anyone while wearing those clothes. I hand him back the camera he lent me, and we both move back towards the others. Looking around, everyone is currently doing their own thing. Aiden ducks into his tent to put cameras away. Elliot is cleaning his pan. Quinn is on his phone. and Jude is carving something. I'm not exactly tired yet. Maybe I should talk with one of them. Who should I talk with? Quinn. Hey, Quinn, what you doing? Quinn looks up from his phone and beams a big smile in my direction. I'm browsing for a new game to play. I just can't decide what to get. Aren't you worried about using up your data out here? Not really. Aiden has us all on his unlimited phone plan. Well, everyone except Jude. Wait, he's paying for your phone plan too? And you're just cool with that? Quinn looks at me surprised by my tone, and confused that I'd even insinuate there's anything wrong with this. I mean, yeah, I can't really afford a phone plan right now, and Aiden insists it's for his own convenience. Does the guy seriously pay for everything? It's like you all have a sugar daddy or something. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure Elliot and Zoe still pay for their phones. They just get it cheaper because it's a group plan. I guess that makes sense. Some friends probably do share some plans, although it still feels a bit weird. Does that mean you're also paying for your own phone? Nope, I'm perfectly content in being a mooch. Quinn says this matter of fact, and I swear it sounds like I can hear a sense of pride in his voice. The heck? I'm going to college full-time, and I'm not really the type that's able to balance work and school. I can't really rely on anyone else to pay for my phone, and I live off a limited budget to eat at the cafeteria. So if someone offers me help, why wouldn't I take it? When he lays it all out there like that, I guess it doesn't seem that unreasonable. I guess I can't come up with any good arguments with that. Hey, and if you ask nicely, maybe Aiden will be your sugar daddy too. Why would I want that? Well, saving money is always nice. Plus, I mean, if you're kinky like Elliot, I bet you could really get into it. What is he even saying right now? Yeah, those fucking eyebrows are back. Then again, if you... They're still moving! This is not the face to have moving eyebrows. Then again, if you were that into it, maybe Aiden wouldn't be. He's always seemed a little vanilla. Quinn, maybe he's just repressed, though. I mean, Lord knows he hasn't been getting laid these past few years now. This is beyond too much information. He's just spouting nonsense that I didn't need or want to know. I really need to change the subject. Right, so, games. What were you considering? Oh, right. Yeah, so I was kind of stuck between a comedic JRPG and a mystery thriller. That one's gonna be tough. On the one hand, the mystery aspect likely won't have a ton of playability. On the other hand, I don't know if I'm really looking to invest in another grindfest. Quinn looks at me with expectant eyes. It's clear he's looking for my input. If it were me, I suppose I'd go with a mystery thriller. I think I'd rather play something with a compelling story, something that makes me think about it. Sure, you might only get something out of it once, but the thoughts it gives you afterwards could last you a while. Huh, I guess I didn't think about it like that. If it covers subjects I don't really know, it could really expand my mind. Quinn and I continue conversing about video games like this for several minutes. Most of the conversation pertains to Quinn's frustration with the big video game corporations and the distrust he's gained from buggy releases. Fucking A, Quinn, you go. I nod along understandingly, even though I don't really know anything about these evidently rushed projects. Yeah, he has been kind of, sleeping for a little while. Time passes by like this. Zoe eventually rejoins the group and we all gradually intermingle. Before long, we're all gathered around the fire, watching the embers fly away from the crackling wood. Elliot reaches into one of his coolers and pulls out 2 glass bottles. Looks like some kind of beer. How about lagers? Does anyone want one? I'll take one. Do you have anything lighter? Elliot gives Aiden a look that makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up. Aiden simply gulps and nods, taking a lager from Elliot. Mason, would you like one? Yes. I nod my head meekly. I haven't had much in the way of alcohol since my accident, and I'm still acquiring a taste for it. I'll take one too. Very funny. Last I checked, you're still not 21. Seriously? You guys are gonna be like that even now? It's not like it's anything special. I'm not drinking either. Oh, easier said when you're over that age barrier. I bet none of you even remember what it was like waiting to have alcohol. I do, especially since it's not like it was actually that long ago for me. I might have gotten impatient too and tried it if life didn't fast forward on me. He hands me the cold bottle and I look at the label. It's a crude design of a buff donkey farmer with half-lidded eyes. Mule Brew. Hopefully it at least tastes good. I press the bottle to my lips, opting to ignore the sour smell as I know that it isn't the best indicator for taste. I should have trusted my nose more. The flavor is rancid. It's how I imagine the beer brewed in toilets on those prison TV shows would taste. Elliot looks at me expectantly, and I try to put on a big smile, but I can't seem to stop myself from gagging. You don't like it? How the hell is anyone supposed to like this? It tastes absolutely horrendous. I don't know. It's certainly not of high quality, but I'd consider it tolerable. Zoe and I look at Aiden bewildered, but I find focusing on him difficult as the horrible acidic taste in my mouth keeps grabbing my attention. Seriously, it's just, where did you even get this? My friend Clive brews his own beers. That's him on the label, actually. Well, tell Clive he needs to consider a different career. Zoe's being too harsh. It really isn't that terrible. I just think it needs to be marketed to a crowd looking for a specific flavor. Do you drink a lot, Aiden? I've been known to enjoy a good brew, and while I won't lie and say I've enjoyed this Clive's lager, I can assure you I've had worse. God, I'm not even gonna dare give it another try. That's it. Quinn jumps up off his seat. Everyone looks at him in surprise as he begins popping up and down in excitement. We should play Truth or Dare. Seriously? Yes, seriously. Come on, it'll be fun. Quinn looks at us all with big pouty eyes. I look to the others and see mixed emotions on everyone's faces. Zoe especially seems to be deep in thought. Okay, let's do it. We're really doing this. Zoe nods and Aiden lets out a sigh of resignation. A grin begins spilling across Elliot's face while Jude just grumbles. The ground rules are quickly set. We'll take turns in order asking truth or dare. If we don't tell the truth, or do the dare, we have to do a punishment. What do we do for punishment? It can't be alcohol related because otherwise Quinn can't participate. Why don't we just do a strip poker style? If you don't do a dare or tell the truth, you lose a piece of clothing. Leave it to Elliot to come up with a way to pervert this game. At least I don't have to worry about anyone agreeing with... That's a great idea! Wait. What? I'm not super keen, but it's a good punishment. How is this happening? I suppose it's not the most unreasonable request, and it encourages you to follow along. No. There's no way we're actually doing this. Jude is surely going to disagree. I guess that's fine. I'll just have to not lose. Even Jude? How do I find myself actually playing a strip truth or dare? You okay, Mason? You seem perturbed. What? No. I just didn't think I'd be stripping for any of you all. Hey, we're all friends. Nobody's gonna take any pictures of any weird freckles on your ball sack or whatever. The heck? I don't have a weird nut freckle. Cool. Then you've got nothing to worry about. 2 of you are completely sober, and the other 3 have only had a single drink. Where'd all the logic go? How about you start us off, Mason? Me? Okay. Quinn. Truth. I should ask something serious or casual. What's something I really want to know about Quinn? Okay, what's the weirdest vision you've ever had? What? Ooh, good one. Everyone looks at Quinn expectantly, and his face goes beet red. His palms start shaking, and his eyes dart back and forth. Nah, the weirdest vision I've had, huh? Well, I guess the weirdest would have been seeing Aiden... Quinn flashes Aiden a sideways glance, biting his lip while shifting uncomfortably. Well, you saw the mutt do what? I saw him jerking off behind the library. Oh, what? That's ridiculous. I'd never do anything like that. Everyone looks at Aiden's face, flushed and full of embarrassment and rage. I don't know. Could that have just been a sex dream, Quinn? No! Well, I mean, I guess, maybe. Unbelievable to think I'd be capable of something so depraved. Look, that was embarrassing as hell for me to share. Can someone else go now? Quinn buries his head into his lap, but there's something about Aiden's expression that tells me that maybe there's something more to this. I don't have time to really ponder this as it becomes Jude's turn. Jude scans all of us. His eyes linger on me for a moment, and I feel a lump forming in my throat. Thankfully, his gaze settles on Quinn, and I'm flooded with relief instead of dread. Quinn, truth or dare? Dare. Jude grins, and Quinn realizes he's made a mistake that he can't take back. I want you to prank call one of your teachers. What? That's so juvenile. Hey, it's my dare, so I decide. You sure you're up for that, Quinn? What? Yeah, totally. It should be a piece of cake. I mean, I just call, make a joke, and then hang up real quick. Quinn pulls out his phone and quickly starts tapping on his phone. He puts it on speaker, allowing us to hear everything. The voice I hear is familiar to me, and it becomes readily apparent which instructor he called. Hello?
Hey, yes, is this John Breyer?
Yes, that's me.
Tell me, is your refrigerator running?
Really? This old joke? He'll be lucky to finish it before Mr. Breyer hangs up on him. Before this goes any further, you're aware I have caller ID, right, Quinn? Additionally, I have your number because you submitted your contact information as part of the online course registration system. Quinn stands there, mouth agape, nearly paralyzed with fear.
Sorry, wrong number.
He quickly hangs up on Mr. Breyer and he breathes a sigh of relief, but I can tell he's much tenser than he was before. Alright, guys, I'm gonna end it right here. Just want to get through that little exchange. That was adorable. Poor Quinn. Poor Quinn! Additionally, that little part about Aiden is something I can believe. He seems like someone who might give in to depraved thoughts every now and then. Because of how structured his life is. You know, he might crave a little chaos every now and then. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to the next video. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!